Good evening, dear viewers. Welcome to a special episode of Tales or Terrors. I'm your host, and tonight we dive into the haunting series of Ghostlight Station, A Mother's Desolation. So, gather close, dim the lights, and prepare for a chilling journey into the depths of the cosmos. In the year 2178, nestled within the vast expanse of the cosmos, a family of explorers embarked on what they believed to be a routine space voyage. Their ship, a marvel of futuristic engineering, hummed with life and possibility. Little did they know, their journey would carry them far beyond the reaches of familiarity, into the realms of the unknown. As they charted a course through the endless sea of stars, their navigation systems guided them toward a destination that was not marked on any conventional star charts. It was an anomaly, an enigma in the cosmic tapestry. This was no ordinary celestial body, but a relic, a vestige from an era long past. Ghostlight Station, as it came to be known, stood as a testament to a forgotten age of exploration and innovation. Its towering spires and faded insignias told a story of grand ambitions and the boundless curiosity of humanity. For centuries, it had drifted in the abyss, untouched and shrouded in mystery, waiting for intrepid souls to stumble upon its weathered threshold. The station itself seemed frozen in time, its once bustling halls now echoing with the hollow whispers of forgotten memories. Lights flickered, casting eerie shadows that danced along the metal walls. The air held a curious chill, as if it bore witness to the passage of ages. As the family approached, a sense of foreboding settled upon them. They exchanged uncertain glances, their hearts beating in rhythm with the distant hum of the ship's engines. This was no ordinary stop on their interstellar journey. It was an encounter with the echoes of a bygone era, an invitation to unravel the mysteries that lay dormant within the station's silent corridors. With cautious steps, they disembarked onto the station's weathered landing pad, their boots making a soft thud against the cold metal. The air was still, save for the distant hum of the ship and the faint whispers that seemed to linger in the cosmic breeze. Little did they know, their presence would mark the beginning of a harrowing tale, a saga of isolation and the restless spirits that dwelled within the station's forgotten halls. As the family ventured further into the depths of the relic, they would come face to face with the enigma of Ghostlight Station, uncovering the secrets that had remained hidden for generations. As they drew nearer to the enigmatic station, an inexplicable sense of foreboding began to settle within the hearts of the family. The vast expanse of the cosmic void seemed to stretch infinitely around them, emphasizing the isolation of their celestial encounter. Ghostlight Station emerged from the shadows, its silhouette etched against the backdrop of the star-studded canvas. It loomed with an aura of ancient mystery, its once gleaming surface now weathered by the unforgiving passage of time. The metal surfaces, once polished to a brilliant sheen, bore the scars of countless cosmic journeys and the relentless embrace of interstellar elements. Half lit by the distant glow of distant stars, the station presented a haunting visage. Pockets of light flickered intermittently, casting shifting, ethereal patterns across its surface. They danced and swayed with an eerie rhythm, as if the station itself pulsated with a dormant energy, awaiting the touch of curious souls. Yet, despite the fractured illumination, an unsettling silence enveloped the station. It was a silence that seemed to defy the laws of space, as if the very vacuum that should have echoed with the vastness of the cosmos now clung to the station in a profound hush. There was no hum of machinery, no distant echoes of activity, only the stillness that hung in the air like a shroud. The family's spaceship glided toward the docking platform with a cautious grace, the gentle hiss of docking clamps serving as a stark contrast to the overwhelming quietude. The platform, though solid and stable, seemed to echo with the faint reverberations of countless footsteps that had tread its surface in ages past. As they disembarked onto the landing pad, The cold metal seemed to carry the weight of forgotten years, transmitting a subtle vibration through the soles of their boots. Their breath formed delicate plumes in the frigid air, a tangible reminder that they stood on the threshold of a relic that had borne witness to the passage of centuries. The sense of foreboding intensified, a palpable presence that hung in the atmosphere. Each step forward was a venture into the unknown, a descent into the heart of a cosmic enigma. It was a moment that would etch itself into the annals of their shared history, a moment when they became intertwined with the haunting tale. As night descended upon Ghostlight Station, a subtle shift in the atmosphere began to take hold. The once still air seemed to come alive with an eerie energy, carrying with it the faintest traces of something ethereal. It was in the quiet hours, when the cosmic void held its breath, that when Emily's senses were heightened, in the silence, broken only by the distant hum of the station's dormant machinery, Emily's ears caught a peculiar sound. At first, it was a distant murmur, a mere whisper that danced along the edges of her consciousness. It seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves, as if the metal expanse held secrets that yearned to be heard. As the minutes passed, the whispers grew bolder, their cadence shifting from distant murmurs to something more distinct, like the plaintive cries of a child carried on our cosmic breezer. Emily's heart quickened, her senses on high alert. She strained to decipher the words, to unravel the mysteries that now permeated the cold metal halls. The station, once thought to be devoid of life, now seemed to pulse with unseen presences. Shadows danced along the walls, their movements synchronized with the haunting echoes. It was a revelation that defied logic, a stark reminder that the station's silence was not one of true emptiness, but of secrets buried within its spectral embrace. In the midst of the whispers, Emily felt a strange sense of connection, an inexplicable tie that bound her to the station's ancient history. She could almost feel the weight of forgotten years pressing upon her, as if the very walls held memories of a time long past. It was a sensation both awe-inspiring and unsettling, leaving her breathless with wonder. As the night wore on, Emily found herself drawn further into the heart of the station, guided by the ethereal voices that seemed to beckon her forth. Each step carried her deeper into the enigma, her footsteps echoing in tandem with the distant cries. She knew that the station held untold stories, and she was determined to uncover them, to bridge the gap between past and present. The realization settled within her, a revelation that would forever alter the course of their journey. The station was not as empty as it seemed. It was a repository of forgotten echoes, a sanctuary for the spirits that dwelled within its silent corridors. And as Emily ventured forth, she carried with her the weight of their restless souls, bound together, her and Ghostlight Station. As the days stretched on, a peculiar sensation settled over Ghostlight Station. It was as if the very air bore witness to a lingering presence, an unseen observer that watched from the depths of the shadows. Emily, ever perceptive, felt the weight of this spectral gaze upon her shoulders, a sensation that sent shivers down her spine. In the stillness of the station's halls, she could almost hear the hushed breath of an otherworldly entity, a subtle exhale that seemed to echo through the cold metal expanse. It was a presence that defied explanation, a force beyond the realm of human comprehension. It clung to her, an ever-present reminder that they were not alone in this forsaken place. The shadows, once mere visual anomalies, now seemed to coalesce with purpose. They moved with a deliberate grace, shifting and weaving like ethereal tendrils that reached out as if yearning to make contact with the living. Each corner held the promise of concealed mysteries, secrets that slumbered within the station's silent embrace. Emily's senses were on high alert, every fibre of her being attuned to the subtle shifts in the environment. Her gaze darted from one shadowed alcove to another, searching for the source of the eerie presence that seemed to hover just beyond the periphery of her vision. It was a dance between the known and the unknown, a delicate balance on the precipice of understanding. Try as she might, Emily couldn't shake off the unease that settled within her. It was a feeling that gnawed at the edges of her consciousness, a persistent reminder that the station held secrets that defied rationality. Her every instinct urged caution, a silent warning that echoed in the chambers of her heart. The unease weighed on her, a burden that she carried with a determined grace. She knew that the station held untold mysteries, and she was resolute in her pursuit of the truth. The chilling presence that watched from the shadows only fueled her determination, igniting a fire within her to unravel the enigma that now held them captive. As Emily pressed forward, she did so with a mixture of trepidation and courage. Her footsteps echoed in the stillness, a cadence that marked her passage through the haunted expanse. She was a beacon of light in the encroaching darkness, a solitary figure in a world that straddled the boundary between the living and the spectral. And so, as the day stretched on, Emily ventured forth, her senses attuned to the haunting presence that watched from the shadows. She knew that the answers lay hidden within the depths, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to face the enigma that lurked within. As Emily moved through the desolate corridors of Ghostlight Station, an uncanny phenomenon began to unfold. Shadows, once static and unremarkable, took on a life of their own. They danced. With each turn, the shadows seemed to play a tantalizing game of hide and seek, darting away as Emily's gaze fell upon them. They moved with an elusive grace, skittering along the cold metal walls, leaving a trail of ephemeral traces in their wake. It was a dance that transcended the boundaries of the tangible, a ballet of darkness that teased the limits of perception. The effect was both mesmerizing and disconcerting. Emily's senses were heightened, every nerve tingling with a palpable energy. She felt as though she stood at the threshold of a reality that defied explanation, a realm where the boundaries between the corporeal and the spectral blurred into obscurity. The walls themselves seemed to pulse with hidden life, their surfaces holding the memory of ages long past. It was as if the very essence of the station permeated the metal, leaving an indelible mark that transcended the passage of time. Emily could almost hear the faint echoes of forgotten footsteps, the spectral remnants of those who had walked these halls in epochs gone by. In the play of light and shadow, Emily glimpsed fragments of a hidden narrative. Shapes contorted and shifted, forming ethereal tapestries that seemed to whisper secrets only the station could comprehend. It was a language of the unknown, a lexicon of the spectral, written in the delicate interplay of light and darkness. As she pressed forward, Emily couldn't help but feel a sense of reverence for the station's elusive secret. It was a riddle that begged to be unravelled, a puzzle that held the key to understanding the enigma of Ghostlight Station. She knew that every step she took brought her closer to the heart of the mystery, to the revelation that awaited in the shadows. With each passing moment, the dance of shadows became more pronounced, more intricate. They seemed to acknowledge her presence, to respond to the cadence of her footsteps. It was a communion of sorts, a silent exchange between the living and the spectral, a testament to the profound connection that bound them together. And so, as Emily ventured deeper into the heart of the station, she did so with a sense of purpose and wonder. The shadows, once elusive, now seemed to guide her forward, leading her toward the revelation that awaited in the spectral depths. She was a traveller in a realm of mystery, a seeker of truths that transcended the boundaries of the known. As Emily delved deeper into the heart of Ghostlight Station, she stumbled upon a chamber that held the vestiges of a forgotten era. The air was thick with the scent of antiquity, the walls lined with rows upon rows of ancient archives. They stood as sentinels of time, bearing witness to the passage of years in the form of weathered tomes and faded images. As she perused the cryptic logs, Emily's fingers danced delicately across the fragile pages. Each entry held a piece of the station's history, a fragment of a narrative that had long since been consigned to the annals of memory. The words, once written with purpose and intent, now seemed to echo with a melancholic resonance. The logs spoke of voyages into the cosmic unknown, of intrepid explorers who dared to traverse the celestial expanse in search of knowledge and discovery. They detailed the trials and triumphs, the challenges and the camaraderie that defined life aboard Ghostlight Station. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, a reminder that even in the depths of the cosmic void, the human heart could find a home. Faded images adorned the pages, capturing moments frozen in time. Smiles and laughter, faces illuminated by the soft glow of ambient light, spoke of a camaraderie that transcended the boundaries of space and time. Each photograph held a story, a memory that lingered in the ether, waiting to be rediscovered by those who dared to venture into the archives. Yet, amid the echoes of days long gone, a sense of foreboding settled in Emily's chest. It was as if the very essence of the station's history carried with it a weight, a burden that pressed upon her heart. The tales of exploration were tinged with a bittersweet poignancy, a reminder that the station's past was not without its trials and tribulations. Emily could feel the presence of those who had come before, their spirits woven into the fabric of the station itself. It was a connection that transcended the boundaries of the corporeal, a communion with the souls that had once called Ghostlight Station home. Their stories, now immortalized in the pages before her, spoke of a legacy that endured, a legacy that she now carried forward. As she continued to explore the archives, Emily did so with a mixture of reverence and trepidation. Each page turned was a step further into the heart of the station's history, a journey into the lives of those who had left their mark upon its silent halls. She knew that within these cryptic logs lay the key to understanding the enigma of Ghostlight Station. As Emily pored over the cryptic logs, each entry unveiled a narrative that grew increasingly somber. The words painted a portrait of a crew bound by a shared purpose, their aspirations intertwined with the fate of Ghostlight Station. Yet, beneath the surface of camaraderie, there lurked a shadow, a spectre of tragedy that cast a pall over their endeavours. The log spoke of a catastrophic event, an unforeseen calamity that had descended upon the station with merciless force. Details were shrouded in the stark language of emergency protocols and frantic communications. The once steady voices of the crew now trembled with urgency, their messages laced with desperation and disbelief. As Emily's eyes scanned the harrowing accounts, a shiver coursed through her, a visceral response to the weight of the revelation. It was a moment of grim realization, a recognition that the echoes of the past reverberated through the very walls of Ghostlight Station. The station itself bore witness to the tragic demise of those who had once called it home. The enormity of the event settled upon Emily like a leaden cloak. She could almost feel the presence of the departed crew members, their spectral forms woven into the fabric of the station's history. They were more than just names in a log. They were souls who had met their end within these silent corridors, their stories forever etched into the annals of time. The revelation left Emily with a profound sense of humility and reverence. She understood that she stood on hallowed ground, a place where the boundaries between the living and the departed blurred into insignificance. The station, once a relic of exploration, now bore the weight of a tragic legacy, a reminder that even in the pursuit of knowledge, the cosmos could be unforgiving. Yet, amid the darkness of the revelation, a spark of determination ignited within Emily. She knew that the knowledge she had uncovered was not a burden to be carried in vain, but a beacon that illuminated the path forward. The logs held the key to understanding the enigma that shrouded Ghostlight Station, and she was resolved to unearth the truth. With a steady resolve, Emily closed the logs, her fingers tracing the faded pages with a mixture of reverence and determination. She knew that their journey was far from over, that there were still mysteries waiting to be unravelled, and as she turned to face the silent expanse of the station, she did so with the knowledge that they were not alone, that the spirits of the departed crew members walked beside them, bound by the haunting echoes of Ghostlight Station. As Emily closed the logs, a heavy silence settled in the chamber. She knew that she could not keep the grim truth to herself. Gathering her resolve, she turned to her family, their faces reflecting a mixture of anticipation and trepidation. The weight of the revelation pressed upon her, a responsibility she could not bear alone. With a steady voice, Emily recounted the harrowing tale that the logs had unveiled. She spoke of the catastrophic event, the desperate struggle of the crew, and the tragic fate that had befallen Ghostlight Station. Her words hung in the air, each syllable carrying the gravity of the truth they now faced. As Emily spoke, she could see the realization dawning in the eyes of her family. It was a moment of somber understanding, a shared recognition that their journey had taken an unforeseen turn. The station, once a beacon of curiosity and exploration, now stood as a malevolent spectre in the cosmic expanse, a place of haunting echoes and unsolved mysteries. The weight of their situation settled upon them, a collective burden that forged a bond of determination. They knew that they could not remain within the confines of this forsaken place, that their only hope lay in finding a way to escape, to return to the world they knew. It was a daunting task, one that carried with it the uncertainty of the unknown. As the gravity of their circumstances hung in the air, Emily's family rallied around her, their expressions filled with a shared resolve. They knew that their journey was far from over, that they now faced a challenge that transcended the boundaries of the known. Together, they would navigate the treacherous path that awaited them, drawing strength from their unity and the unbreakable bond of family. With a newfound determination, they set out to explore every corner of Ghostlight Station, searching for clues and solutions that would lead them back to the familiar expanse of the cosmic void. Each step was a testament to their resilience, a declaration that they would not be held captive by the malevolence that clung to the station's silent halls. And so, as they ventured forth, Emily and her family did so with a shared purpose, a collective commitment to overcoming the enigma that now defined their journey. They knew that the path ahead would be fraught with challenges, but they faced it with the unwavering belief that together they could find a way to escape the haunting clutches of Ghostlight Station. As Emily's words hung in the air, a profound stillness settled over Ghostlight Station. It was as if the very walls held their breath, suspended in a moment of eerie anticipation. The usual hum of distant machinery fell into a hushed reverence, leaving the station wrapped in a cloak of almost sacred silence. Emily's family gathered around her, their faces etched with a mixture of solemnity and determination. They formed a tight-knit circle, each member seeking solace in the proximity of the others. It was a gesture of unity, a silent acknowledgement that they would face the challenges ahead as a united front. In the midst of the oppressive quiet, Emily's senses seemed heightened, attuned to the subtlest shifts in the environment. Every creak and groan of the station's ancient structure reverberated through the chamber, each echo a testament to the weight of their revelation. It was a moment suspended in time, a breathless pause before the journey into the unknown. The station's silence seemed to magnify the significance of their shared mission. It was a collective commitment to unravelling the enigma that now gripped them, to finding a way back to the world they knew. The familial bond that held them together was a source of strength, an anchor in the face of uncertainty. As they stood in the chamber, a sense of unity settled within them, a shared resolve that transcended the confines of the station's silent walls. They knew that their journey would be fraught with challenges, that the path ahead was uncertain and fraught with peril. Yet, they faced it with a quiet determination, drawing courage from the presence of their loved ones. In that moment, as the station held its breath, Emily's family became a beacon of light in the encroaching darkness. They were a testament to the power of unity, to the strength that could be found in the collective will of those bound by blood and shared purpose. Together, they would navigate the treacherous path that awaited them, step by determined step. And so, as the station remained shrouded in its anticipatory silence, Emily's family ventured forth. They did so with a shared understanding that their journey was far from over, that they now stood on the precipice of a new chapter, bound together by the haunting echoes of Ghostlight Station. With each step, they carried with them the weight of their shared mission, drawing strength from the unity that would see them through the trials that lay ahead. And there you have it, dear viewers, The Abandoned Void, the first chapter of Ghostlight Station, A Mother's Desolation. Join us next time as we dive deeper into Emily's chilling tale of isolation and the paranormal. Don't forget to like, subscribe to Tales or Terrors, and hit that notification bell to stay updated. Until then, remember, some mysteries are best left unsolved.